Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's we're going to be reviewing the Colorado Trail Boss. Before we get in this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Jerry Signer Chevy here in Salt Lake for giving me some time with this Trail Boss. I'll include a link to the website in the description down below. I'll also include a link to my car buying guide. Let's get into it. Under the hood we have a turbocharged 2.7 liter 4-cylinder that goes through an 8-speed. Fuel economy is 18 around 10, 23 on the highway, with power outputs being 310 horsepower and then 430 pound-feet of torque. This engine is now standard across the Colorado lineup. Before we move forward with this review, I do want to mention if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So starting with the hood, you guys can see how it races up towards the center. Very interesting design. Now with the Trail Boss, it is a little bit more baseline with the lights and then with the front end as well, but it does come with recovery points. You can get skid plates with this as well, with packaging, which is pretty cool. But there's the front. Now our tire wheel setup is 275 by 60 by 20 in the front and over in the rear. And you can see here with the wheels all blacked out. These are pretty big tires for a mid-sized pickup truck. Anyways, you got the big fender flares there. You can see the blacked out mirror cap and then these little door handles that are unpainted but still technically blacked out. There's your side profile with the truck. And then quickly to show you guys the rear suspension. So leaf springs, of course. Can't really see them that well. And you can see with the shock setup too. This leads us over to the key fob. We've got our lock and unlock remote start. Chevy bow tie, pretty straightforward. This one has the factory tonneau cover. Nice feature to get. Tailgate's dampened, so it slow lowers down. We also have protection already from the factory in here. And all of that, which is nice. You've got the little storage right there, the tabs to pull that open. It is drainable, which is nice. Lifting this up, pretty darn easy. Look at the taillights. Got a little bumper step there at the bottom, parking sensors. That's the rest of the rear. Now popping inside, you can see it's a little bit more basic with the material use with this package. Got cloth seats as well. And then getting in, you got to step up a bit. The mid-size pickup trucks are not known for their space in the big rear, but you've got cup holders, you can see the vents there. Now, this window is now standard with this package, which is pretty cool. And then this leads us up front, where again, we've got the more basic trim throughout. All of our window controls, mirror adjustments, blind spot mirrors. Payload on this package, $14.24. And then here's the seat. Power adjustments on the side. Got the trailer brake controls there as well. Now with the steering wheel, a little bit more basic with the trim, but we do have radio controls in the back, practical controls in the front for the screen, cruise controls now, another standard setup. This one has adaptive. And then turn signal windshield wiper stock. Got this nice digital gauge cluster. Pretty cool, the different forms you can do. Now this one happens to come with the cool 360 camera, so you can see I have a bunch of different angles. Super solid setup. And then volume control there on the side. Yes, light controls on the screen. Shortcut bar there on the side. Quick response time, the screen overall. Single zone climate, you guys can see with the vents down below. Got our auto stop start, you can see with the hazard lights, lane departure. Got some USB ports. Shifter here for the 8-speed. Got the manual mode on the side. This does have 4-wheel drive auto as well as 4-wheel low. And then the drive modes pop up here. When you twist the dial. Pretty cool with the little animations. Got some cup holders here with the center console. This is removable, by the way. Soft touchy on the top, and then good storage there. Nothing to really talk about up top. Okay, so I was wrong. The tonneau cover is not factory; it's a dealer installed option. Sorry about that, messed up. But anyways, MSRP without that stuff, $44,490 in this. Let's see how it performs. Let's talk about visibility over the hood, both the mirrors, throughout the rest of the rear, and let us set off in the Colorado. Trail Boss. So we'll talk about the standard equipment situation at the end of the video, because it's a funny thing that automakers do. It's a funny thing that automakers do. So first off, in terms of turning radius, not too shabby. It's actually not even, I just drove the 02 Bison before this, and that actually didn't have any worse of a turning radius, so interesting. I guess that even though it has the wider setup, it's, well, this actually has the wider track too, because it's the Trail Bus. So the wider tires don't really do much. What is this person doing? Oh, I guess there's enough. Actually, yeah, there's no one. Oh, no, there is. Okay. It's like, they just, sometimes people do that. They just sit there. It's one of the weirdest things that I'll see is people like get in their car and then drive and then just, I don't know. Torque's good. Now that this powertrain's standard across the lineup, man, Chevy's just winning the torque game. And yeah, even on this is nice. I mean, again, I just drove a 02 Bison before this, which has like the most comfortable suspension, and this isn't as comfortable, obviously, but it's still pretty darn nice. Better than you'd expect. That train is still going? Holy guacamole. That is actually insane. That is actually insane. It's been like 30 plus minutes since wow. Imagine just sitting there and waiting for that to have to, oh. Yeah, it drives well and the torque's good. Also, this road makes no sense. Look how small their lane is compared to, I understand there's parking on the side, but still. Seems a little bit out of balance. Like the guy or gal that paints the lines was a little bit off on that day that they did it. Okay. Yeah, torque's good on this too. It's really nice. So overall, the Trail Bus drives well. It's a nice pickup, mid-size pickup truck, and I think the new Colorado kind of drives not quite as comfortable as a full-size, but it's the closest in the mid-size world. They did a really good job with the suspension. So the standard equipment thing, I think this is going to be a common occurrence now that the car market has kind of flipped. Again, manufacturers and GM was a lot better than other manufacturers. Like they increased their prices, but not by nearly as much as some of the other automakers. But yeah, the manufacturers don't really have the pricing power that they had just a few years ago. And so I think that what manufacturers are going to do is this to make more money is, instead of increasing the price on their cars, like by just straight up like going, hey, the car's now $500 more, they're just going to increase standard equipment, which does the same thing, but it doesn't look so diabolical, right? Because if you just increase the price, it's like you're just trying to get more money out of me. But if you go, hey, you get the window and you get the cruise control, but now it's $500 more, it's like, hey, no, we're giving, right? That's the logic. Hey, we're giving you this stuff. So I think that we're going to see that with a lot of manufacturers where, and when I worked in the car business, I saw this too with all the brands back then. When there wasn't a lot of pricing power, manufacturers would just offer more standard equipment. They'd be like, hey, look, the package, it's an even better deal compared to before. So let me know what you guys think about the Colorado with the Trail Boss package. Let me know what you guys think about the standard equipment game. Would you rather have more or less standard equipment? I kind of lean towards the Toyota model personally, where they just make everything standard for the most part, and then the packages that you're choosing between, like Toyota's lineup is, it's not the most simple on the planet, but it's like, it's a lot more simple than the American brands where it's, you know, a la carte with the options. But either way, let me know your thoughts.